You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Oh, this feels like the final football match between two soccer warriors. Oh my God, can somebody please tell me what the African formation is? Oh, it's 4-4-2. Amazing. Cool stuff. That's just super amazing, isn't it? Africa Business Radio is doing 4-4-2 on the news with 40% Nigerian stories, 40% African stories, and 20% global stories. Now that's what I call a homegrown, heart-breaking goal! Go, 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 go! Yes. Go!
Today's market transcends beyond ups and sharps. Global Trends sets the pace for today's trader. On Africa Business Radio, we bring you Social Trader, keeping you updated around the world of online business across social media platforms on africabusinessradio.com.
Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all races and ages. I am more than excited to be back again on another spicy edition of your favorite radio show. This is Social Trader, you all know what time it is, guys, and it's exclusively brought to you by Africa Business Radio. So just in case you're an entrepreneur and you're tuning in for the first time, you have done the biggest deal ever. Stay tuned, because after the break, we shall get to find out what we have on this week's edition of the show.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Oh, this feels like the final football match between two soccer warriors. Oh my God, can somebody please tell me what the African formation is? Oh, it's 4-4-2. Amazing. Cool stuff. That's just super amazing, isn't it? Africa Business Radio is doing 4-4-2 on the news with 40% Nigerian stories, 40% African stories, and 20% global stories. Now that's what I call a homegrown, heart-breaking goal! Go, 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 go! Yes. Go!
Welcome back. It is no longer news that some small business owners don't even use the web at all. Well, if you are one of them, this is the part you may want to reconsider. Thanks to new app. It's called Apps Village, and it allows business owners to turn their Facebook page into a branded sale app within seconds. Yes, business owners would go to the website, log in their Facebook page, and preview what the app would look like. Then in 15 minutes, they are up and running. That quick and easy. This app allows business owners have more access to their customers and indeed enlarge their brand. You don't necessarily have to be techie or invest hours and hours on app building websites, building and customizing the menus and screen of your apps. Apps Village gives you an already tailored app with all the features you need. With this Apps Village admin app, you can create, manage and monitor your app. Available to you wherever you are around the clock. Through the Apps Village admin app, you can also Notify your customers about new offers and updates. Post sales of special deals to be purchased from your app, supporting all credit cards. Give away coupons of discounts to be redeemed at your business. Offer podcasts like get a free cup of coffee after buying 10 cups. Allow customers to book appointments right from the app. Add different types of external links viewed through the internal browser, allowing you to use an existing service you may already have, like table reservations, online store, ordering service, menu, etc. Stay in touch with your customer with a one-on-one chat. Track and analyze users' impressions, activities and sales revenue, etc. So what you waiting for, guys? Hurry up and announce your business to the world. And that's it on My Trends this week. We're going to go for a short break now. When we return, we shall be meeting our guest, who is going to be our social trader for the day. So don't go nowhere.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Oh, this feels like the final football match between two soccer warriors. Oh my God, can somebody please tell me what the African formation is? Oh, it's 4-4-2. Amazing. Cool stuff. That's just super amazing, isn't it? Africa Business Radio is doing 4-4-2 on the news with 40% Nigerian stories, 40% African stories, and 20% global stories. Now that's what I call a homegrown, heart-breaking goal! Go, 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 go! Yes. Go!
Okay, welcome back from that very short break. Remember, you're still listening to Social Trader on Africa Business Radio. That only one show that celebrates entrepreneurs in our society, gives you up to date on happenings around the world of online business. So guys, the part we've all been waiting for is here. So not to worry, my social guest segment is here. And my guest on today's edition is quite interesting personality. And I'd like you to meet Gideon Ibru. Gideon Ibru is my social trader on today's edition. He is a graduate of Plateau State Polytechnic, where he studied accounting, and also the founder and chief executive officer, El Ibru Wears and eWash by El Ibru's Wears, an online laundry platform that tries hard to meet clients' demand, completely serving them from the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, why not meet my guest today? What's up, Gideon?
Hi.
What's up? How are you feeling?
I'm great.
Are you usually this calm, or you are trying to feel like a boss to me right now?
I'm naturally calm.
Okay, so I have issues pronouncing your brand's name. Please, I'd like you to rephrase so my people would get to know what my guest is having altogether for one.
Okay, so the brand is eWash Laundry Services by El Ibru Wears.
Okay, so it's not El Ibru
El
Wears,
Ibru Wears is
and eWash by El Ibru Wears. Because that's what I have.
They're the same thing too.
Oh,
the main company registered is El Ibru Wears. So eWash is a kind of a sprout out of El Ibru Wears.
So tell us all that is in it for eWash now, El Ibru eWash.
So eWash is a laundry outfit that caters for clients' needs, basically washing their clothes, and they don't need to stress themselves going out to the laundry shop, drop it there, and think of when to go pick it up. So they just need to make an order either online or via phone call, and we'll send someone to pick it up, and we'll get the job done and delivered back to them as well. So there's no point of meeting except at the owners or the client's
Residents.
doorstep. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's about laundry service.
Basically laundry for now.
Good. So tracing back from what you studied in school, you studied accounting.
Yeah.
So one would typically want to think that you should be up and busy in the corporate sector.
Yeah.
So how did you, like, what inspired you or what brought that idea of laundry to mind?
Yeah, so I've worked with several companies. The financial institution is also some multinationals. But I figured I've always had a flair to start up something for myself. So while I was working, at some point I got my business registered. That was in 2013.
Okay.
I got the business registered. It was dormant for a while. Then I was doing some little activities there and there like that until mid last year, I decided, okay, I was done with the corporate world and I needed to start something else. Something at least I could monitor myself. Having the experience I've already had while working for corporate companies, I felt I would want to do something for myself. I wasn't getting satisfied in the corporate world. The pay was poor. And
why do we keep getting that? Are you guys just bashing them for no reason? Because I have a lot of friends who are either working in the bank or do you get? So is this some real deal right now? The pay.
The sincere truth, I think, is they're actually just using people.
Really?
Yeah, using
Okay, we're not here to company shame anybody,
No,
so
but-
we should just keep it calm there. All right, we're listening.
Okay, yeah. So I got fed up. I felt the whole 8 to 5 thing was just too rigorous. Living in Lagos here, you get to wake up sometimes at 5:30,
4 a.m.
and you'd be expected to be at the office very early. You miss a day, it's serious fining, stuff like that. I just got tired of that kind of lifestyle. I felt fine. Why not try start up something for myself? And I was having a discussion with a friend, and we both thought we could go into the business together. But fortunately for him, he got a job offer that was really awesome, and I was left to the dream alone. So I thought to myself, I wasn't going to let it go, because at that point I already made up my mind I was leaving the corporate world. So I put in all I had into the business, and it's been picking so far.
Okay, so having put in everything that you have into this business and you think it's peaking, I still feel as an entrepreneur it's always normal for you to have some sort of challenges going
Of
on.
course, yeah.
So would you like to share with us the most common profound challenges that you've actually encountered growing the brand, or you're presently encountering, that you're going through, that you're dealing with right now?
Yeah, so I have a very big dream for the business, but capital limitation is one major issue that most entrepreneurs in Nigeria have. Excuse me. Then again, I have a good client base for what I can deliver right now. But the thing is, some people take advantage of the fact that you're delivering them a home service kind of thing, and they owe you. So there's a lot of clients owing. There's a lot of clients telling you, okay, they pay part. Then when you deliver, you get the complete money. Sometimes you deliver and they still don't
Dragging to pay.
They drag to pay. So you'd have to start following up, and that's one of the major challenge.
Having to deal with the fact that people do not want to pay almost immediately, or
because,
having issues paying completely.
Because if it was, if reverse was the case, where there is a shop, they wouldn't come pick their clothes.
Exactly, we're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere on that particular topic of wishing to be in a space like an office space. But I'd like to know. I'm about to ask you a very sensitive question because it is what it is, and I know once in a while entrepreneurs experience such issues, and I'm always curious to know on the show how you handle or deal with what I'm about to ask you. Now, have you heard of product or concept replication before?
Sure.
So have you encountered any sort of it, and how did you respond to it? I mean, you're doing e-wash now online, because I think you're the first online what's it called, laundry service that I'm hearing of. The very first. All that I know is a physical laundry place where you go to and give up your clothes for washing and stuff. But yours is the first I'm hearing. I don't know if there are other ones out there, but I think yours is actually the first I'm hearing. Now, have you come across any concept replication issue that sort of discouraged you on like why, or did you get to copy anybody?
Okay, no. So ever since I started, I remember someone duplicated exactly my flyer.
Exact same thing, right?
Exact content.
That is what we're
everything.
talking about.
The only difference was just the name. So
Okay.
earlier when I started the business, I had a car and I was joining both business. I was trying to do Uber and also the laundry service.
Okay.
And I don't know if the person really didn't read through the flyer very well, because he copied exactly the same thing, including the Uber service plus the laundry business.
So it was
And he
just the
doesn't,
logo.
and he just changed the logo, and he
Logo.
isn't driving. So I mean, the level of imitation the guy picked was like, wow, was
But have you
quite
thought
high.
it could be a
So
coincidence that he probably
It
did
was,
not
it
mean
was
it?
not a coincidence.
He
actually
knew
saw
you
it.
at the time.
He knew me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he knows me. So that's one, and then
No, I need to know how you responded to that. How
let
did you
it
do?
be.
You let it be, and he's still
Yeah.
on doing
Yeah.
the same business,
So the
and that
business-
doesn't affect your own.
It doesn't. It doesn't. No. So it's so beautiful that the laundry business, it's in such a way that for as much as we have a lot of laundry outlets, it doesn't stop you from making whatever you want to make, because it depends on you, the owner of the outlet, maintaining your clients. The market is very big, so I don't have that time to compete with anybody. I
Yeah.
try to manage those clients I have, give them the best of service, and make them repeat customers. And so far, that's what's been
Actually, the
happening.
barrier to online business is actually very low. You can have as much people going into it, and you don't have any right to say, you know what, I was in before you, doing the same
You
thing.
don't
So it's
have
open to
that right,
everybody.
yeah.
So it's about setting standards now. Setting a standard that nobody can actually come like to want to go head to head with.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I really like the fact that you handled it maturely and just let it pass. You know, sometimes it's really nice to be an inspiration to people. Like if you have that kind of feeling that, you know what, I'm doing something that someone really aspired, and you know,
Yeah.
it's a good feeling. And it's not necessarily for us to go out of the box sometimes, because I know some people will be like, how the hell did you do that? I know. So fine. Okay, so now that you've been in it and you are seeing results and you're happy what you're doing, what do you think are your aims, or what are your aims and objectives with eWash?
Expansion.
Expansion.
Yeah.
How do you mean expansion?
No, so along the line, for every big business started small, we'll definitely have that mindset of really reaching a higher number of customers, and probably covering a larger space or client base. So I have a dream of, with time, probably having a station where for people that feel they wouldn't have the time being at home for me to come make the pickup, they're driving bypass, they would want to drop it. So yeah, maybe the conventional laundry, but I am planning on having something different from what every other person is doing, and that's still in the box. I don't want to reveal that yet
I
until then.
understand.
Yeah, so I want to try. I'm currently on basically online. Yeah, so I want to try going into the physical one as well, but with a niche, with something
I'm actually
different.
going there still.
Yeah.
So your aim is just to expand. I mean, what are your clients getting in return is what I want to know. What are you aiming at? I want to have like a feeler of what you intend to give out to your
Fastest.
client. You get that
Yeah.
would make them feel, you know what, being with eWash is never a waste of time.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get. Your aim for them, your objective, like your plan for them. Your plans. I want to know what. It's not about you now. You know. Everyone wants to expand. Even me, as I did, like this, I want to expand. I want to
Sure.
grow more flesh
Sure.
if I can, if possible. My body metabolism isn't so bad. So we know everybody desires expansion and stuff. I want to know what your clients are in for working
Yeah.
with you.
So far, I've been able to keep the clients I have right now because of my fast delivery.
Okay,
Yeah, so most conventional laundry takes up to 3 days before
delivery.
delivering. I deliver in 24 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I've been able to capture my customers with that fast-paced service. So you drop your clothes early in the morning, sometimes before it's dark, it's back to you.
Does that mean you have some sort of employees working
I
for
do
you?
have a few.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay, so next, I'd like to know awkward moments. I know in every hustle, there's a hazard. All right, so I'd like to know, what is that one event that happened that you felt, what the hell? How did I get into this business? Why did I come in the first place? I'd like to know, share that moment with us. The most awkward moment I've heard of. I know the most common awkward moments with laundry people is either burning people's clothes or bleaching it super different color. What is that one awkward moment that you've experienced in your life journey during this hustle that you look back and be like, God,
Yeah.
how did I get through this?
Okay, so there was this client in particular. I don't joke with them. They're my high-end customers. I place them that high because the clients that would really be difficult to satisfy because they wear with a different laundry, which is very popular in Lagos. Like they have branches both on the mainland and the island. So obviously the service they used to get from those guys would be top notch. And so I was serving them. And on that very day, I washed the husband's natives and it was white. And I think trying to meet up with my timing, I overlooked a stain.
Okay.
And when I returned it to them, they checked it, then called me back. So they pointed out a couple stains on the clothes, and I was shocked it was there because I thought I thoroughly checked. And the wife kept saying a lot of things. She was displeased, she was angry. I kept apologizing, but it wasn't just making any sense to her. And I thought I lost them, so I left. But I told them, okay, I was going to give them some free service after that to compensate for that mistake. And the next week they called back, and I felt okay. Fine.
Regardless.
Yes.
Wow.
I felt okay. So far, since that was just the mistake I've made, they obviously have been enjoying my service for them to still overlook it and call me back.
Exactly.
So,
It's really cool to, when you're consistent at what you do and you do it so well. Sometimes it's very normal for people to overlook the very few mistakes because we're not robots after all. So mistakes are actually permitted to happen, and that's a genuine clients for you there for coming back for you.
Sure.
They're really genuine.
Yeah.
So now, next up, I'd like to know, you've been in the online business sector for a while. You've been doing it already. Now, as compared to, if you have a chance, let me just put it this way, right? With your experience so far, what advantage do you think online business has over people doing the offline business now as an entrepreneur now?
Yeah.
Not necessarily the eWash brand. As an entrepreneur, like you've been doing the online business. I want to know what advantage you think online business has over offline business, like people doing the open markets, the open space.
Yeah, so it's an opportunity for a larger audience
To connect. Okay.
Yeah. So you have a shop, people just around that area are the ones that could reach to purchase things at that shop. But when you're online, you find people all across. You find people patronizing you from, depends on what you're into, from outside that country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has a very, very wide range of reaching people than when it's just in a very, very physical form. So people see what they want online, they like it, they place an order, they find a way to deliver. So
Okay. So now if I call you up and be like, you know what, I have an office space for you. I want to give you a space where you can connect with your clients. Would you take it? Like, why would you take it?
I sure will take it, but I wouldn't leave the online business.
You run the both.
I'll run both.
Really creative and smart there. So before I let you go, I have just a few questions, and I'd also want to give you a chance to speak to upcoming entrepreneurs, aspiring ones who would like to do, who probably have plans of what you're doing and are yet to go into it, or there are people, your counterparts, doing what you are already doing. So I'll give you a chance to just say a word or two to entrepreneurs listening to this show, something to just keep them going, to keep them running in the business sector.
Yeah, okay. So for individuals thinking of going into entrepreneurship and think they're waiting for the right time, there's never a right time.
Exactly.
I started this business with nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And now you're looking this super dap.
Oh, seriously.
So they should actually not consider money first. Capital.
Yeah, so a lot of people keep making that mistake of, okay, I'm trying to raise money, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. I was in the corporate firm for a very long time trying to save to start up my business. And I spent most of my years there trying to save, but I never saved one kobo for the business.
Right.
So when I got fed up and chose to just go all out, now I'm here. I wouldn't say I'm really successful, but I think it's paying some of my bills, and I hope I get enough to expand. So nobody should deceive you with, okay, there's going to be a right time, you need certain amount of money.
Exactly.
No. If you know you're all out for it, go for it. You don't need to wait for a favorable time before you go all out for it.
Okay. All right. So if you are an entrepreneur listening to me right now, listening to us, it's been Gideon dishing out all the experiences and giving you tips on how to stay glued to your dreams and ensure that you end drifting because of some reasons. It can't be money. You can let anything get in the way, but never capital. You can start really small, and from small, you definitely get bigger. So before I let him go, because this is actually like the end of the interview, but many of you out there, especially people living around Lagos, would like to connect, would like to check out his services, and you probably would want it. So I'm going to let him just call out his social media handles so we can connect to him, check out what he's been about and how he can help you. I mean, how you guys can help each other because you're returning money. So Gideon, please kindly call out your social media handles where clients can get through to you. Probably, who knows, you might have a deal from there. What you saying?
Okay. Clients can reach me on WhatsApp on 080-6369-4463. Then our website is www.eleanor-iwears.com, IWEARS wears.com. Then you can find us on IG and Instagram as eleanor.iwears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a fantastic journey. I had a great time knowing that there are people doing and impacting our society in such a great way. So if you're out there, you've gotten all that you need to know about eWash, and Gideon has been an amazing personality here on the show so far. So now is the part of the show where we get to check out our top 3 tips on how to be successful doing business online, but that would come right after the break, so don't go nowhere.
Listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
All right, welcome back. And that was the smart session there with my guest on the guest segment this week. Moving on is my top 3 tips on how to succeed doing business online. So if you are an entrepreneur listening to me right now, you want to increase the volume of your radio set, your phone, whatever it is you're listening to me via, and pay some good attention. Right away, I'll just go straight into my top 3 tips on how to succeed doing business online. But first of all, being successful often means learning from those who have already achieved their goals. Having a mentor is an amazing blessing to an entrepreneur, but not everyone can find one in person. If you haven't yet found your personal business guru, here are some tips as usual to help you get through it. Number 1, give your visitors a reason to come back. Very important. Give your visitors a reason to come back. Repeat visitors to your online business will increase sales for sure. You can give your visitors a reason to come back in many ways. For example, you can let them know that once in a month, you post a one-day only sale. Another example might be to write an article and let the readers know there will be a follow-up next month. Make the topic of the follow-up something that people really want to know. Just adding quality content on a regular basis is a good way to get repeat customers. Number 2, remember at the end of the day, your customers are still real people. A lot of people forget this. They are not treating their customers as real human beings and are not putting themselves in the customer's shoes. Customer service will always be around. That's why we need to stay good at looking after our clients. If you can't help them with their requests, get back to them and let them know you have exhausted every avenue to find a way and maybe even refer them onto someone who can help them. Even though you may not be able to help them at that very point in time, they will remember you went the extra mile for them and will tell their friends via words of mouth, which would be great promotion for you. Either way, you can rest your head at night knowing that you are doing everything you can to hold a good name for your business and that everyone that deals with you is satisfied. Remember, we're still checking out our top 3 tips on how to succeed doing business online, and I just went through my number 1 and number 2 tips. Remember, number 1 says, give your visitors a reason to come back. Number 2, remember at the end of the day that your customers are still real people. My number 3 tip would be, know when to call it quits. Know when to call it quits. Sometimes an idea will fail. The biggest challenge for an entrepreneur is to know when an idea has failed. It's no point trying to revive a dead duck. So don't be scared to change course if necessary. And that's it on the top 3 tips on this week's edition of Social Trader. And painfully, that has brought us to the end of this week's edition of the show. But not to worry, in case you just tuned in, you can go listen up on our podcast channels for this particular episode or any other episodes. And just before we go, we'll quickly check out our take home for the day. The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on the new. Don't forget to also follow us across all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at Africa Business Radio, Twitter, Africa Biz Radio. Stream live from our website, www.africabusinessradio.com. Until then, have a great one. Bye.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.